The Raptors take on the Celtics, Game 3, and that's going to be a 6:30 p.m. Eastern tip-off in the bubble. The Raptors are down 2-0 in that series, but despite that, they're still the 1-point favorite in this matchup here. Totals 215 and a hook. The Celtics are the minus 105 underdog on the money line. I'm 4-0. My last 4 extra daily pick tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. That membership costs just $2.99. I'm also hitting at 60% my last 21 MLB tier package plays on that site as well. For more information on how you can access this exclusive premium content, link for that site is in the description section below. That's patreon.com/BrockPage. And despite being the 1-point dog in this matchup here, the Celtics are red hot right now in the playoffs, winning their last 6 straight. They're coming fresh off a 102-99 victory in Game 2 over the Raptors, where they held Toronto to just 20 points in the second quarter. The Celtics are giving up an average of just 99 points per contest in their last 6 games. Jason Tatum leads the Celtics in the postseason with 27 points a game, along with 9 rebounds and 3 assists. Kemba Walker is also averaging 22 a night in the playoffs, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. And Jaylen Brown is scoring 20 a game in the postseason, 6 boards, 3 assists for him. The Celtics are in the top 10 in the league in offensive rebounding, top 5 from the stripe, top 5 shooting from the stripe. They're also holding their opponents to just 43% from the field and 106 points per contest for the entire season. The Celtics have successfully covered the number in nearly 68% of their games for the entire year. They're 7-3 ATS in their last 10 head-to-head meetings with Toronto. And speaking of the Raptors, they certainly had their hands full with Boston recently. Winners of just 1 out of their last 6 head-to-head meetings with the Celtics. The Raptors are in the bottom half of the league in offensive field goal percentage, bottom 10 in defensive rebounding. They've also failed to cover the number in 5 out of their last 6 meetings with Boston. And if these figures weren't enough, the Raptors rank in the bottom half of the league in defensive rebounding away from home. And guys, I know this is going to blow your mind. The bubble in Orlando is far away from home for this Toronto squad. Now, total-wise, 4 out of Toronto's last 5 ball games stayed under the posted total. Toronto's officially 67% to the under in their last 15 contests as well. Meanwhile, the Celtics on the other side saw 8 out of their last 10 stay under the number themselves. Give me the underdog Celtics +1 and the under 215.5 in that contest. And before we go ahead and dive into our next and final matchup for the show, just want to go ahead and take another quick time out here and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Thursday's NBA playoff basketball action. Happy Thursday to you. The weekend is almost here. Now, before we go ahead and move on into some more free content here on YouTube, I just have to quickly remind you once again that we are 4-0 in our last 4 extra daily pick tier membership plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. That membership costs just $2.99. Incredible value. We're also hitting at 60% in our last 21 MLB tier membership plays on that site as well. If you want some more information on how you can join in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Moving on, we're going to take a look at that game right there. Nuggets-Clippers Game 1, 9 p.m. Eastern start time. The Clippers are the 8-point favorite. Totals 223. The Nuggets are plus 335 on the money line. And if you like Denver to cover the 8, they're minus $110, getting the job done against the number. Now, the Nuggets just got finished with a grueling 7 games against the Utah Jazz. They did advance, but man, did it ever take absolutely everything they had to surpass the number 6 seed in the West. Well, now they have to deal with the number 2 seed, and according to most experts, the Clippers are indeed the team to beat. Aside from being down Will Barton with a knee injury, Jamal Murray has been listed as questionable with a leg injury. Now, the Nuggets rank in the bottom half of the league in scoring on average per game, bottom half in offensive rebounding as well. They're winning just 44% of their games as the dog. They also rank in the bottom 10 in the NBA in defending the three ball. They're taking on a Clippers squad who's coming fresh off a 4-2 series victory over the Dallas Mavericks, scoring 127 points per contest on average during that opening series. The Clippers are in the top 3 in the league in scoring on average per game. They're also in the top 10 in offensive rebounding. Los Angeles is 7-3 straight up in their last 10, 70% against the spread in those contests. They also rank in the top 5 in three-point percentage, top 10 in shooting from the stripe. Patrick Beverley has been upgraded to probable for tonight's action. Should be good to have him back. Kawhi Leonard scoring 33 points a night in the postseason, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and a couple of steals. Paul George is also averaging 19 a game in the playoffs, 7 rebounds and 4 assists for George. Of course, you can't forget about Lou Williams, who's averaging 16 from the bench, 3 rebounds, 4 assists for Lou. LA's in the top 10 in the league in offensive field goal percentage, top 5 in defensive field goal percentage as well. Now, total-wise, 4 out of LA's last 5 games got over the posted total. 9 out of the Clippers' last dozen also got over the number. Meanwhile, on the Nuggets side of things, they've gone 80% to the over in their last 10 themselves. Give me the LA Clippers -8 and the over 223 in that contest. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. And from our Instagram platform, shout out to Size 10 Official, Casino 7, Yemenari TV, Book Session, Sports Gambling Guides. Shout out to Josh Heckman, Bubba Jonesy, Pat Light, Atlanta R&B, Color MA, Harrisal Forever, Poker Jock, JD15, PR Vegas, and Gila Migach. And then finally from our YouTube platform, got to give a shout out to Eric Breedlove, Chris Smith, Mino Kills, James Garcia, Annette Sanchez, Mr. Reyes, Eric Rivas, Goodnight Munchie, Reed Richard. Got to give a shout out to Vincent D and ZZ Baby. I also want to give a shout out to Aldridge Delara, Sean Mejias, Darius Battle, Mike Wilkerson, and last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to my good friend, Reverend Brown. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you guys decide to sign up for a membership here today, just keep in mind we'll bill you the day you sign up, and then the first of every month following that. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.